All right, Sue, I think we're good to go.
All right. Good morning. It's 9 a.m. Friday, January 14th,
Sue, I think we're good to
2022.
go.
Welcome to the Good News
Morning.
Live at 9
9 a.m.
Facebook
Friday, January
and our YouTube channel. Please be sure to comment in the chat. This is a presentation of the Allen Park Presbyterian Church. I'm Suzanne Maxey. I'm an elder at APPC, and my co-host is Carrie Van.
Good morning, everybody. I do work at the church. I'm the communications manager, and welcome to our show today. We're very happy that we have a guest, and it's Mark Dabiero. We're going to find out how to say his name because I've been saying it wrong for years, and we're going to get that cleared up today, once and for all, right? Good
That's
morning,
right.
everyone. Good morning, Barry and Margot, Andrea Seabloom, Patty Johnson, Judy Hatch, Robin Allen, everybody else who's watching. We're very happy to have you here today. I'm sorry, I'm looking at so many screens. So Sue, what's going on?
Well, we have an annual meeting of the congregation coming up, and it's also going to be ordination and installation of new officers. It will be Sunday, January 30th, immediately following worship, and it will be in person in the sanctuary.
That's kind of different. We've never done that before. I think that's amazing.
I
You
know.
just kind of get it all done in one fall swoop. Hi,
One
Tracy.
fell
Hi,
swoop.
Ken. Yes, one fall swoop. Or
Now, I'm not sure, it's not official yet, but I think it may be live streamed as well. But if you want to vote, you would have to be in person in the sanctuary. So
yes, I believe that to be the case. You can still watch the annual meeting and find out what's going on, but it's only going to be for people in the sanctuary to be able to vote.
right.
And it's normal stuff. So I mean, everything should be fine with it.
And we do have to have a quorum, so we have to have enough people come in.
That is true. That is very true. So we need a quorum. So we're hoping for that to happen, and the weather's good and all that kind of stuff. Hi, Bob Ando. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Ken. Hi, Norma. All right. So let me check my notes here. I know we're having a special Zoom meeting this Wednesday, not this Wednesday, next Wednesday, the 19th, for Camp Wakanda. We're having like a pre-gaming meeting. If anybody wants to join us, it's for fundraising and communications. Our Camp Wakanda focus meeting is at the end of the month on the 26th. So we thought we would get together ahead of time so that we have all our ducks
in a row.
all our ducks in a row for the meeting. So that anybody who'd like to just come join us, no obligation. You don't have to join anything. Just come and tell us what's on your mind about camp.
Yep, you got
All right.
it.
Yes, if you have any ideas. All right, I'm looking at the messages. So what do you think? Let's get Mark in here.
Well, let's share something that's coming up that he's very involved in.
Okay.
That is the comedy fundraiser. Did I share it or not? You see it?
Yes, you did share it. I have a link that I'm going to post in the chat. I feel like so awesome with technology. All right, I put the Eventbrite link. Hopefully it does something. It's just kind of sitting there. And that is for a Camp Wakanda fundraiser that's happening on February 13th. And we're going to talk to Mark, who's so interesting. There we go. It came up great. So we're going to talk to Mark and find out what makes him tick. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Morning, Barb Shoot. Hi, Ann Winslow. It's almost your birthday. Happy early birthday, Ann Winslow. Okay, we're waiting for Mark to get in here.
I'm in there, girl.
Hey there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I've been deep diving, researching, and I have so many questions for you, and so does Sue. So how are you today? Let's start with that.
Well, I want to tell you what, I feel like $1 million today. I don't have 2 cents to rub together, but let me tell you, I feel good because it's Friday and I'm going to enjoy my grandkids the weekend. We got gymnastics, we got hockey. We got cheerleading. We got 11 grandchildren. So let me tell you,
Wow.
we're gonna be a little busy this weekend. So
I guess so. 11 grandchildren. That's awesome.
Wow.
That is
So
fantastic.
where are you? Are you back in Michigan? Are you still down in Florida or somewhere else?
no, I am up in Gladwin, Michigan. I had a HVAC problem up here. I got an $880 electric bill
Whoa.
because I have geotherm heating and cooling, which is off of the electric. And so I said, you know, I better go up there. And sure enough, one of the kids left the baseboard heating, electric heating on in the loft upstairs. And it was running the whole time for 2 months, and we haven't been here. So
Oh,
I
no.
asked Consumers Power. I asked this Consumers Power to give us a little bit of a break, and they literally laughed at me like, "Mr. Dabiero, you use the electric, you gotta pay for it." So anyhow, I love my
That's so-
grandchildren. I didn't yesterday though when I found that heater on upstairs, but I love them today. So we're back in business.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's all right. So that leads me, you just said your last name, and I have been saying it wrong literally for years. Dabiero.
How do you pronounce it, Mark?
It is pronounced Dabiero.
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 Okay, Dabiero. Okay.
Dabiero.
All right,
That's
so
right.
Dabiero. All right, I'm gonna write that down and practice saying it because I say it wrong numerous. Even when I introduced you, I'm pretty sure I said it wrong.
So you mean Dabiero?
Dabiero. Okay,
You got it.
I'm gonna say it really fast when I say it from now on. So I was doing some research and I'm just wondering, well, I know that your family motto, one of them is failure is not an option. I was watching your daughter on YouTube and got some more information about you.
Uh-oh.
But it seems like everything that you touch turns to gold. Mark, what's your secret?
Well,
You started your business in your basement in 1976?
yes, that's a true statement in my mom's basement. Unfortunately, my dad passed away when I was a junior in high school, and I went away to college, and I was mommy's boy. I was the youngest of 5, and you know what? I just kind of wanted to be with my mother, and so because she was home by herself, so I just said, you know what? So I quit Olivet College. I didn't finish. I left after 2 years and went and lived with my mother. Like a good little mommy's boy. And so I started, when I was at Olivet College, though, I was selling t-shirts and shorts to sororities and fraternities. That's how I kind of had a side buck going. And then when I got home, my brother said, hey, why don't we keep this thing going, my older brother? And so he lived in Ohio. So that's what I did. And I started selling t-shirts out of mom's basement. Is how it all started.
Wow.
So started the business with a whopping $1,800 that I borrowed from my mom and my wife's mom, and we kind of put our pennies together and made it work. So it worked out great, Carrie.
Yes, and I know that your daughters bought your business in 2017. I'm assuming you retired to do this millions of other things that you have going on and to hang out with grandkids, right?
Yes, they did, and I'm real excited about that. My 3 daughters and a gentleman by the name of Jeff Nowaski, he's worked with us for 100 years. And so those 4 kids and my son Mark and my daughter Andrea, they bought our business. So we're excited about them getting up and running.
That's so wonderful. So, I mean, not to have nothing to do, you obviously somewhere along the line decided to start Dabiero Charities, which is that's how I knew you. That was the only way I knew you years ago because we supported you. So how did that start?
Well, basically, just one Christmas, my wife and I kind of sat down and just said, you know, there's a lot of needy people here in town, meaning Malvindale, where we live. And we just said, how about if we go, we don't give each other gifts and let's pick up a family or 2. And basically that's how it started with just her and I, where we were spending at that time, if I had to guess, Carrie, it probably wasn't, but maybe $300 or something back then. I'm just guessing, but
Right.
$300-400 that we might have spent on a family. And then my sister said, "Oh my goodness, that's a great idea." And then people like Amy, I was best man in Amy and David's wedding, and people like them said, "Hey, you know what? We like to get a family." And now we basically spend anywhere between 50 and 100,000 a year now. It just built up where people send us this money, and basically I promote it by saying, "Hey, 100% of the donations are going to go to the family. Barbara and I take care of the accounting fees and any of the other fees. Barbara and I take care of. So it's 100% donation, and it is a tax deductible because we're a 501(c). So, and it has grown. We have people across the country now that actually send us these funds, to do these things. It's really cool. I mean, it's interesting how it has grown. So we've been blessed with having the energy and having people like Amy, who's handled the Melvindale School District. And we have different people that have just said, "Hey, I want to help. I want to contribute. I don't have money, but I would like to help." And, basically we would have anywhere between 40 and 50 shoppers go over to Kohl's, and we get the names from the mothers and the size shirts and the size hats and jackets or whatever they needed. We just wouldn't buy merchandise. We would buy merchandise for the kids specifically. And that was the challenge. But since COVID is up, we haven't been shopping. And so we've had to revert back to donating giving gift cards for the food. And we've been blessed. I mean, when I say that, it's been good. So many people, it's not unusual for us. Barb called and said, "We got a check yesterday for $750 from a college friend of mine that I went to Olivet with 40 years ago." I mean, it just,
Wow.
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So thank you for asking.
Talking about lasting impressions, right? Which is the name of your company.
Right.
Yeah, Amy's always been fantastic. That's how I first knew of you, because we had incorporated the charity into our deacons and tried to do what we could. So I mean, that's how I first heard about you, and I love charity work myself, but I had no idea about this whole Motown Mark. And then I see recipes on your website. You were a football player. What can't you do, Mark? Are you good at everything?
No. Well, the Motown Mark was an interesting thing because I wanted to keep raising funds for different organizations, churches, and people that needed it. And right now it's awesome. I mean, we raise funds for Vista Maria. We have a few of the schools that we have been doing. We've cut back a little bit on the schools and went more toward the churches. And I mean, it has grown so nicely. Food banks, we do a lot with different food banks, but I wanted to keep going, but I was just afraid with things going the way they are that I might lose a little energy on chasing the money. So I went to this idea of the comedy. And well, Carrie, it's been awesome. I mean, when we have a show where a typical show has between 100 and 150 people, and we charge a price so that whenever I'm doing them, or $20 goes to the fund that we are raising money for. And so it's really worked out nice because typically, a church or a food bank or whoever we're raising money for, on one evening of 2 hours of being at a comedy show, having dinner with a significant other, typically they'll walk with anywhere between $1,500 and $2,000. And we're kind of proud of that because we don't, once again, that's a situation where we're kind of helping people. They're having a good evening as opposed to just asking to donate money. We're giving them a little entertainment. That is how that all became.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of people say, like, why don't we just ask people, like school fundraisers and stuff? Why don't you just ask people for the money? Well, I mean, that's kind of cold. I mean, it seems practical, but it is kind of cold. knowing that you're supporting not only a comedian as well, because they're having exposure and reaching a new audience,
Right.
but knowing that the money can go right back to the church or the cause. And it's a fun way to do it. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I know we tried this once before and we had to cancel it, but we've got ours, and I know you have a lot of shows that weekend. It's the Valentine's weekend.
Right.
So I know, I think I posted a link. I will post a link in our chat for Motown Mark, so people can look and see what's going on. Maybe there's other things that they want to attend as well.
Yeah, I think that weekend we have yours on Sunday, and then we have the food bank in South Lyon that we are doing work with, and that is on the 14th, which is Valentine's. And then on that Friday, Carrie, we have one for, let's see, we have the food bank that weekend. Oh, Vista Maria. And so those are the ones that there have been some troubled women that they house over in Dearborn Heights. And I don't know if you're familiar with them, but
I am.
Yes.
it's an incredible organization. And I have to tell you, this is the first one for them. And we were fortunate enough or whenever I send out a couple of feelers to some people, we were fortunate enough to come up with $2,000 or $3,000 for their attendees over there for the holidays and do their food bank over there at Vista Maria. And I have to tell you, we are just delighted with the response of the people that wanted to support Vista Maria. So it was fantastic.
That's great. That's a great organization to support. We've done some things for them as well. Well, that's wonderful. So tell me about cooking. You have recipes. Is it just like a hobby of yours, or please don't tell me you own a restaurant or something that we haven't heard of.
No, typical. We still have our family dinners on Sundays. And so all the kids and the grandkids come over on Sunday to the house, and we all just do different cooking, trying different things. And it's been real interesting. You know, we've been making our own sausage, and we've been doing different things that we try and make a limoncello. And then on Sundays when the kids come over, my daughter Angela does her vodka penne sauce, and I'll make the eggplant parmesan, and my wife does the fettuccine alfredo. And so we just kind of have a 4 or 5 hour dinner. You know, we kind of just hang out and with the grandkids and the kids, and everybody contributes. So it's not like we cook all of that. But myself, I've been trying different things, and I got to tell you, I am so worried about when I retire. I don't know when that's going to be, but I planned on retiring next year. I'll be 66. And so I wanted things to do, and I want to go to Schoolcraft College and take cooking classes because I do enjoy the cooking. And if you see my belly, I obviously enjoy food. So I do want to learn a little more about cooking, because I do enjoy cooking for my wife and my kids.
Oh, that's so cool. I wish I could be like that. That sounds so fun. If I'm asked to bring something for a potluck, like I break out in hives just thinking about it. So that's really a cool thing to impart with your family. So.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you crack me up. If you retire, you're going to take classes in college. That's awesome. It's awesome.
I think at a certain age, the colleges offer free classes for seniors. I can't remember.
Am I a senior yet?
No.
You might think it's 65. Yeah. Yeah, you have to check it out.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Hey, I'm all good for a free cooking class. Are you kidding? That's awesome. I can't tell you how many times my daughter Andrea, who is a lot like Mark Dabiero in a scary way, after I cook a nice dinner that I'm busting my tail, she'll say, "Dad, this sucks. What did you do to this?" So she just calls me out whenever it sucks, you know. So, you always gotta have one of those in the group.
Yes, absolutely. That keeps the group balanced and honest though, right?
Yeah, that's for
Right.
sure.
So Mark, it's getting on to almost 9:30. Tell me, what do you see? I know the pandemic is still here. I know COVID is up and down all the time. What do you see happening for Motown Mark and other things for the rest of the year? Or what are you starting you're gonna own a
Well,
baseball
I
team
gotta
or
tell
like
you,
what?
yeah, well, I have to tell you, we're very concerned about the attendance on the shows of the fundraiser. We don't have shows that aren't for fundraisers to support these groups, and as such as yours. And so we're very concerned in the near future, the next 90 days. We picked Valentine's Day with you guys, with Amy and I, when we were talking, and with Al Ernst, really because Valentine's Day is the number 2 day for selling tickets for comedy, Carrie. Number 1 is New Year's Eve. Number 2 is Valentine's. And so we thought this might be a good way to re-energize and try to raise funds for these different groups. And boy, we really hope so. We've had 2 shows in December and both were sellouts, and basically one was for the food bank and the other one was for some students over at the high school at South Lyon High School, and they both sold out. So we're hoping the same thing's going to happen in February with the Valentine's Day. But like I say, we're not booking as many shows as we normally would because we're concerned. Valentine's, to be honest, we're really not worried about it because that's always such a good day to have a show that weekend, So,
Right.
but to be honest, I gotta be transparent with you. We're concerned moving forward after the Valentine's Day shows. We really are, because people are still a little bit weird about it, So,
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Diane, I get
Well,
it, So
I
just
mean,
don't want to overcommit.
it's up and down. And I mean, right now in our area, it seems to be surging, but it could be absolutely so much better in a few weeks. But we have a safety
Yeah, we do.
valve. Yes, we have a safety valve on our show, and it's kind of different. I'm not sure if Mark has even done this before, but we're going to offer an online link to watch the show. So it'll almost be as if you're there. You'll hear the crowd noise. You'll be able to see exactly what everybody else is saying with the comedian. So we have that option as well. So I think no matter what, we're going to be okay.
Yeah, then people can stay at home and have their own circle of family and friends that they feel safe
Right.
with and have their own
Susan-
party at home.
No,
Right.
and I have to tell you, I'm so anxious to see how that goes. Because I have not had that before, and I have been asked to entertain it, and I have never tried it. So I am real excited about it, Suzanne. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it is a great escape, like you said. I really like your guys' idea. I really do. I'm hoping it works. I'm excited about it. It's a great way to generate revenue. And Motown Market is going to start pounding these shows now. I always do it a month before. I have found that. Just so you know, ladies, the 70% of our tickets are sold the last 10 days of the show, just so you know. So the closer you get to the show is when they start moving. And so we always we'll soft sell it this week coming up now. And then the following week, we'll hit it a couple times a week. And then we also pay Eventbrite to boost the sales. So we will go, I'm sorry, yeah, Eventbrite. We will pay to boost your show along with the other 2. We pay to have that boosted the last 10 days also. So Eventbrite, with a combined effort with them and what Motown Mark does and what you guys do, I really am comfortable on that being Valentine's weekend. You never know, but I feel real comfortable. This is going to be great for you guys. I really
We
do.
have our room is very, very big. We have a very big room. People will be spread out. I mean, it's like literally the best that that we can hope for. It's a huge, huge room.
Do we
So
have
it's
a
not like
limit on our
yeah.
tickets? Do we have a limit on our tickets, Carrie, on how many? we want to have in their
I don't,
signature?
no, you know, I don't believe in limits of any sort.
No, I know you don't. But
I'm
what
not the
about
one to ask about
Tim and
limits.
the reopening
not the-
committee?
Right. Yes, I'm sure Amy's watching and she's probably cringing right now. Of course, there's probably some kind of limit. Obviously, there's always a limit to what we can do. Yeah, Amy is laughing. LOL.
Carrie,
Yes.
Carrie, I say, let Amy worry about the limits. What
Don't
the
even
heck?
say that out loud. Amy will be worrying about everything, about the ticket sales. I hope she heard the part about the pushing it 10 days before the event because
Yeah.
Yeah,
She'll be sweating it. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming.
Yeah.
we're also, I'm working with Margot in the office. We are going to get together and we're going to push this out through our website and our app. And that'll be another easy way to,
Oh, good.
and if
Good.
people can't do the internet, they can come into the office and our office manager, Rita, will take care of them. So all of us are going to come together and this is going to be great. So we all need to laugh.
It is going to be a great, I'm telling you, it's going to be a great afternoon. It's going to be perfect. And I wanted to ask you, did you, I don't know if Amy had mentioned, or you or Suzanne, did you guys decide how long we want the show to be? Like we could do it for, typically what happens is I go out for 10 minutes and kind of loosen up the crowd a little bit. And then Al goes on for 50 minutes. So it's about an hour show. We could go up to an hour and 15. And so it's whatever you guys would like, or you could say, hey, Mark, why don't we just play it by ear and see how the crowd is reacting? You could tell me whatever works for you guys is how we'll do it.
All right, fantastic.
I would think play it by ear.
Yes,
fine.
but yeah, Amy will, probably have a meeting with her little subgroup, but yeah, playing it by ear, 50 minutes, hour 15, all of those sound really good.
Perfect.
So, I mean, if it's going good.
All
yeah.
afternoon, whatever.
Yeah. So,
You've
all
worked
right,
well, before. I
Then
think
you're going to have to do my pasta dinner on Sunday.
sounds great.
Yeah, and
Pasta I can cook usually.
before you leave where you and Mark, before you leave where you are, you better make sure all of the heat is turned off in every aspect.
Oh,
If I
trust
had an
me.
if I had an $800 bill, I'd be calling somebody for counseling.
I swear to goodness, and our Sunday dinner is going to be very interesting this week at the house. I can tell you right now,
All those
ladies.
undertones.
I can't thank you enough for letting me join you today. Thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. We're looking forward to working with you, and let's just hopefully we could do this annually and you guys raise some funds for your youth camp. And Mark Dabiero's in 110%, just so you know.
All
Right. And thank you so much. And right back to you. If you need help with whatever you're doing, you come to us. You come to me, you come to Amy, you come to Sue. We'll be there too. We believe in that. So
Perfect.
Mark, have a fantastic day and thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye now.
Bye now.
So did we have any other news or things we need to
Oh,
report?
let us make sure that we did not forget to say anything. Hi, Marcia, Nolan. I missed a lot going on in the chat, but I will. Barry Margo, looking forward. All right. We talked about the annual meeting. That's January 30th. I don't even know what today is. It's the 14th. We're talking about the show. We just learned a lot about Mark. He's a great guy, does so much, very humble, but actually does so much for the community. Great company, survived the pandemic. So that was so interesting. I'm so glad he joined us today. This Sunday, we have Tim preaching water to wine. I'm getting ready to send out an email about that so they'll have the bulletin. And I think that's about it. Sometimes I work so far ahead, I don't know what's going on today. I know you do that too.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so if anybody has a question, leave it in the chat. If anybody needs to know what we talked about today and you weren't clear, just send me a message or Sue, and we will let you know. All right, Sue, you ready to sign off?
I am. So now some great advice from Matthew about taking one day at a time. Do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. And that is from Matthew chapter 6, verse 34.
So friends, remember, you are a beloved child of God.
And God loves you.
And so do we, of course. If you need anything, please let us know. We are here for you. Love you. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.